It's a dark time for the global economy. From all over the world, delegates and representatives are in Washington to be told what many already know. Economically, things are bad, and they're going to get worse.
The global economy continues to face steep challenges shaped by three powerful forces: the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the cost of living crisis caused by persistent and broadening inflation pressures, and the slowdown in China.
Inflation is biting economies around the world, making it harder for ordinary people to do ordinary things, like feed their families or warm their homes. The IMF says the reasons are many and are complicated, but strict COVID lockdowns in China has hit growth there and impacted the global supply chain. There are several climate emergencies. And there's Russia's war in Ukraine, which has hit food supplies and caused an energy crisis. This winter in Europe is described by the IMF as challenging, but warns next winter will be worse.
When it comes to the cost of living crisis, the way to go is to provide targeted support to the most vulnerable households and firms, rather than a very general support which would just make things even more difficult.
It's not hard to find economic trouble spots. Lebanon with political upheaval and a banking sector crisis, Sri Lanka with double-digit economic slump and huge debts, or Pakistan where massive floods have wreaked havoc. This is the first in-person gathering for the International Monetary Fund in 3 years, but facing the biggest coming together of economic, security and climate challenges since the Second World War, there's an acceptance that this can't be business as usual. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, at the IMF annual meeting in Washington.